When you open up the file I sent you in Google Classroom, you'll see the full score for Benediction by John Stevens. Since the full score displays all of the parts, you may want to zoom in to see a little better. Use the zoom tool and click on Size to Fit, or use the slider to choose a size you like. Next, find your part in the score. Let's say I play trombone 1. I'll go to that staff and double-click. The entire part will be highlighted in orange. Now because this is my part, I want to color it blue. If the color toolbar is not in your display, go to the drop-down menu on the left and choose Color. Click on the blue circle and notice that the entire part now appears colored blue. Scroll down to see page 2 and beyond. The next step is to determine what other instruments double trombone 1 and to color those parts red. To make this a little easier, I'm going to put the entire score in concert pitch so we don't have to deal with instrument transposition. Go over to the menu and select Score, Show in Concert Pitch. Notice that all the key signatures are now the same. On page 1, I can see that trombone 1 has cues for the baritone solo, so I'm going to want to color those baritone parts red to indicate that my part doubles those parts. To do this, click on the first measure of one of the baritone parts. Make sure you click on an empty part of the measure and not a note. Otherwise, you'll be selecting a note instead of the measure. Then, hold the Shift key and click the last measure where the parts are doubled, measure 8. At measure 9, trombone 1 is no longer doubling the baritone solo. Once the part is highlighted, color it red by using the color palette. If I scroll up a little bit, I can see that trumpet 1 and clarinet 1 also have the same part as trombone 1. So I'll select them and color them red using the same procedure. Remember, just click an empty spot where you wish to begin your selection, then hold Shift and select the last measure that the doubling occurs. Here's a little tip that may help you depending on how your part appears in concert pitch. Notice that the baritone treble clef part transposed way down low when we put the score in concert pitch. If I wanted to read that part on the staff and not have to bother with all the ledger lines, I can select the part and choose Control Up Arrow. That would be Command Up Arrow if you're on a Mac. This will transpose the part up an octave so it becomes a little easier to read. Control Down Arrow will move it back down, or I could use Command Z to undo. Moving on. French horn 1 looks like it might have the same part as trombone 1, but I can't be sure because I'm a trombonist and I only read bass clef. Fortunately, I can click on the note and use my ear. They match. So I'm going to highlight that part and color it red. Trumpet 2 also has my part, so I'm going to color that red as well. Same procedure. Click at the beginning of the phrase, hold Shift, and then click at the end of the phrase. Color it red. Continue this procedure for all 5 pages of the score. When you're done, click on the Save icon to save your work, and then go to Score Details, scroll down, and choose Turn In. Good luck!